Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Solo token. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to check it out. It's going to be in the top right hand corner of the video. Watch that before watching this one so that you have more context. Now, jumping into the daily chart straight off the bat, you can see that we are in the buy zone that I gave you. So anywhere from $1.22 to 33, almost 34 cents is a great dollar cost averaging zone. Now, it is quite a big zone, obviously, but as always, I never recommend buying all in at one support zone because let's say you bought in at 90 cents. And I did tell you guys that probably we're going to see a little sell-off when we get to January 20th. It wasn't as big as I expected it, but I think there is more selling pressure to come because the token distribution still isn't completed. So people are going to be receiving tokens throughout the next couple of days. So they are potentially going to start taking profits as well. So we may potentially bottom out here at 34 cents. Because why do I think that? Because we, as you can see, we had a nice candle over here open up above this area, and we've almost back tested this zone twice before. So that's why I think this could be potentially our bottom. Obviously, if we go down any lower, that's a fire sale because this is going to be our we're going to be in this low zone here of the end of October. Now, there are multiple exchange listings coming for the Solo token, so that's why I think there's going to be a lot of demand for it, or a lot of rising demand for this token. And with the core airdrop, I think, some people will be holding to their Solo tokens in order to participate in the core airdrop. Some people will sell, obviously, they don't care about that, but some will hold, and that should balance things out. But as we've talked about in the last video, you shouldn't be buying these green huge candles because look at this. People were buying it up over here at $8, and now they're sitting at a loss of 94%. So yeah, right now, great dollar cost averaging opportunities. As you can see, the 20 EMA, so we have 3 EMAs on the charts. We have the 20, which is the yellow one. We have the 55 EMA, and we have the 200 EMA. Now, these represent the average price based on the previous 200 candles, 55 candles, and 20 candles. Now, we are on the daily chart, so each candle represents a basically a trading day. But if we were to switch over to the 4-hourly chart, each candle would be a representation of the 4-hourly trading period of time. So it depends on the chart. Now, as you can see, we are below the 20 EMA here. This little 15th of January candle was the day the Solo token was listed on gate.io. And we saw a little move to the upside. And as you can see, we actually hit our head on the top of this buying zone that I gave you at $1.22. And that is because this zone was a strong resistance point over here. As you can see, at the start of November, as you can see, we were hitting our head on the zone before we broke out, and we really haven't back tested it as support. Here we came back for the back test, but we failed to hold it and went even lower. We still haven't had that bounce off of the 20 EMA, so that's a potential move that I'm expecting soon once we start getting listed with more exchanges. So a 78%. So you potentially can see a pretty big wick over here. Once you start listing, maybe some more bullish news come out, you can potentially see a wick off of the 20 EMA, and then you come back down straight back down. But that's still a possibility. We're getting the bearish cross here with the 55 crossing below the 200. We had the 20 crossing below the 55. So we are in a bearish territory here for the Solo token because of all the selling pressure. Now, yeah, like I said, we are in a buy zone. Dollar cost averaging right now would be the smart, decision to make. Selling at these points, if you've bought in over here, selling here is just not smart, right? First of all, you're going to be earning the core airdrop, and second of all, Solo will be doing good this year, in my opinion, with all the exchange listings they got, and the Binance listing will be coming eventually. So yeah, January through March should be a busy period of time for the Solo token. Now, jumping into some of the oscillators. Now, on the Stochastic Rsi, you can see that we have bottomed out over here, and we were moving up to the oversold area, or the overbought, I do apologize, which is this area over here. Once you're above the index of 80 on the Stochastic Rsi, that is your indicator that, hey, you are overbought. Your asset is overbought. People are buying it way too much, and we are not, we haven't seen a pullback here, but here we started to see the pullback. In the last video, I told you once you come back down into the oversold zone, which is here, and we are in that zone right now, then that's a good dollar cost averaging opportunity. And as you can see, we came back down below the index of 20 on the Stoch Rsi, and that's when you're oversold on the daily chart. And that's a great buying opportunity. So if you want to buy into Solo right now, I wouldn't say that that would be a dumb idea by any means. But I'm not a financial advisor. But it's a lot smarter than buying the Solo token over here, obviously. Now jumping into the daily RSI. So we're approaching the oversold zone here. And the oversold on the relative strength index is a bit different than the stochastic. So on the stochastic, once you're below the index of 20, you're oversold. But here, if you're below the index of 30, then you're oversold. Basically, what you're waiting for is if we have another flash crash for Bitcoin, and right now Bitcoin's below 40K, so I don't know if we're going to have a flash crash, but we may potentially have a flash crash. And once you enter this zone here, this is a fire sale for you. You want to be buying up all your favorite altcoins, whether it's Solo or any other altcoin, while you're oversold over here. Because you can see the last time we were oversold here, we recovered pretty quickly, but this was back in October, right? Before the news broke out about the airdrop, and we were absolutely overextended there. But yeah, like I said, wait for it. Well, don't wait necessarily for the token to get oversold. I'm just saying that when it gets, or if it gets oversold, that's a great time to put in even more money into it. But right now is a great time as well, because you're sitting on the index of 34, which is relatively low as well. So it's a great entry point, but never buy all in at one buy order. That is not a smart thing to do. Now I have switched to the 4-hourly chart with a more midterm to short-term outlook. So you can see that on the Stochastic Rsi, you were overbought over here just recently, and you want to wait potentially until you get to the oversold zone here on the 4-hourly chart and then buy in, because then that's the safest, probably the safest move you can do right now. But like I said, you're pretty much, look at this downtrend. You're down so much from the all-time highs. Ideally you want to be buying a bit here, a bit here, a bit here. If it drops lower, a bit more, and if it drops lower, a bit more. That's the safe way to do it, because if you go all in at this point over here, then you're not going to have enough money to buy all this dip over here. So here we actually printed a nice bear pennant over here, as you can see, and let's actually check the target from that pennant. So yeah, we do have a target over here at 42 cents, and we're almost at that target from this bear pennant on the 4-hourly chart. So potentially, yeah, like I said, we are gonna bounce off of that area over here, the bottom of this buy zone that I gave you. But that is pretty much it for the Solo token. Let's jump into the RSI real quick. So you were oversold here on the 4-hourly chart. So this was a great entry point over here. As you can see, I'm gonna highlight it right now. So as you can see, once you were below this index of 30, this is your index of 30. Once you were below there and you went down, that's your great buying opportunity, because from there, as you can see, you recovered. This basically means that a lot of people were selling, and the token is undervalued right now. So you want to buy in while it is undervalued. But that is pretty much it for this video, guys. Let me know if I missed out anything on the charts. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comment section. At the end of the video, there will be a link to an update regarding the Solo and Core airdrops. Make sure to check me out on Twitter. Actually, don't check me out on Twitter. I am still banned over there. I do apologize. Feel free to check out our Telegram chat, our Discord server, and our Patreon with great low-cap gem calls, with great buy and sell alerts. We recently had a very, very nice Polkadex swing trade of around about 50%, and so that went well. And we do have a low-cap gem alert incoming to the Patreon very soon. in about a couple of hours, I would say. So yeah, links are in the description. Make sure to check those out. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.